Hi, you guys. Good morning. Happy Friday to you guys. God's arrival is definitely here. I saw something this morning. I'm getting ready to go to the laundromat to do laundry. Of course, long overdue, so on and so forth. But I saw a flock of beings that look like ducks and swans. Of course, there's different species of birds, but they were so beautifully created, so beautifully done. You would think it's seagulls. You would think it's a black seagull. You would think it's several other different things, but you can definitely tell that they have a huge upgrade. These were definitely beings from several parts of the world. Also, their origins comes from a certain part of a certain galaxy. Also, these particular beings are also in heaven. God's arrival is marked by certain particular specialty phenomenons. One being this one, they flew low range, almost where you can stand up outside of my house, and normally they're higher up, and they were flying in a V shape. Of course, I told you God's arrival for 2025. Right about now, we would have finished killing Satan. We would have finished killing Lucifer, and we would have finished killing the devil and the fallen angels and the demons of each tier. Just like heaven has a tier, and also gods and goddesses and archangels and other heaven beings of different assortments and different types and species and organisms. There's also other different things, of course, that were mocked and placed in hell by Satan because he wanted to, of course, be God, and he couldn't, which is one reason why he created demons and things of that nature. But more about God, less about the now deceased Satan, Lucifer, and the devil, and all. But I saw these particular seagull, swan, duck, almost like a fusion. You would think it's a specialty Pokemon or something of that nature. But there were several of them flying in a V shape. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Be very cautious. We have such a beautiful, magical beings. Of course, there's guardians here. There's guardians and gods and angels in different forms, galactic cosmic beings in different forms. Here, right here in America, right here on Earth, right here in the world, of course. And of course, they come here throughout the different parts of the universe. So you know the magical realms are coming. You also know that there's beings already here dating back since the dawn and creation of Earth itself, and the creation of Earth and the world evolving, and the other different things of that nature coming here. Of course, different planets were placed here by the gods and God himself from heaven. And of course, we are in heaven orbit. And of course, these beautiful beings, beautiful birds, could have easily transformed into something. How low they were flying in a V shape. I am looking forward to whatever this phenomenon, which I know is not a hint, wink, wink phenomenon, but it's actually God's arrival and the arrival of the heaven beings. We are actually in orbit now. Several of you are leaving Earth this morning just for this particular arrival. And of course, the arrival of the rest of the heaven children that weren't born yet. For the divine feminine, divine masculine, a lot of y'all have already aced and mastered your twin flame union. So congratulations. God's arrival marks the next stage of Earth and the world and the universe itself. I'm very happy, very proud so far is the message from heaven and the message from God himself in heaven. He loves what's going on, and you can tell it's a little different today. So enjoy your Friday. Have a happy Friday. So congratulations, God is here. He is marking the new and next stage of Earth. Please be very respectful when recording beings and animals and pets and other different things at this time. And also don't forget, when it's time to record nature, it's time to record nature, and when it's not, it's not. I just happened to have my phone in my hand. I was looking up something on Google and just haven't looked up, and it was these beautiful birds. They did not look like they're from this world. Another viewer, another content creator stated from North Carolina or South Carolina that something landed here. Of course, I know better because I know it's time for the galactic and cosmic and also extraterrestrial and heaven realm and world beings, which we're in the orbit, and the ancients to arrive. So there's definitely God's definitely arriving. Of course, before He gets here fully, of course He's going to be here for some time. It's like when your parents come to stay for a few months and end up staying for maybe a year or something like that. He's going to stay for a while just to help give us this big push and big love push here on Earth, because you guys are getting ready to overactivate, and I mean overactivate. Ready or not, whatever upgrade is needed is definitely placed here on Earth, but also so much love from God in the heavens and heaven realm, and other beings connected to the heavens are actually here. It feels like one big vacation. It feels like somebody's traveling. It feels like somebody's exploring or something of that nature. But those beings were not from here. You would think they were fake. I'm trying not to say too much with God's arrival in the heavens. There's several angels, of course, here right now, and there's so many others. It's coming here, so many ancestors have been present. Of course, it's Hungry Ghost Festival time, so they're still celebrating. And don't forget, beings come in different forms, different alchemy, different elements, different compounds, different types of magic, different everything. So get ready for a very, very beautiful change and transition to Earth. Very beautiful, very magical placement in time. People are embracing their inner child. I can see people inner child trying to jump out or something. And it's funny. It's quite funny. But that's also another sign that God is here, and several other different things are here as well. Shout out to nature and its beautiful form. Shout out to the ancestors. The ancestors are definitely here. I feel like I'm doing commentary for Earth. I'll see you guys later.